Welcome to the video lecture series of electronic devices. Today's topic is transistor characteristics in CC configuration. CC configuration is common collector configuration. As you know that there are three terminals in the case of transistors. These are known as base, emitter and collector. So in the case when collector terminal is made common with the base and emitter, the type of configuration is known as a common collector configuration. And in today's video, I am going to tell you how input characteristic and output characteristic can be plotted for the common collector configuration. Let us begin. To understand the input characteristic, how to plot it, this is actually a curve which relates the input voltage term for the input voltage and current. Here the term for input current is IB and the voltage is VBC by keeping the output voltage constant, and the output voltage is VEC over here. So first you need to draw the common collector configuration. Let us draw. You can see here the collector terminal is made common. This is the collector terminal, this one the emitter terminal. So here collector terminal is made common with the base and emitter. IB is the input current, IC is the emitter current which is the output current over here, and IC is the collector current. And in this particular case you can see this VBB, and there is one more battery at the output side which is denoted as VEE. These two batteries are used to provide the biasing. So these are the used for the biasing potentials only. And the term for the voltage in between emitter and collector terminal, this is denoted as VEC, while the potential in between base collector, this is VBC. And you must remember that the value of VBB, this is the biasing potential, this is not same as VBC. At the same time, this VEE, this is not equal to the term VEC. So in this particular manner you can draw the common collector configuration, and you must remember that emitter base terminal, emitter base junction, it must be forward biased, and collector base junction must be in reverse bias. Then only the transistor will work in the active region. And in case of common collector configuration, you know that the term for current gain, which is denoted by gamma, this is nothing but the ratio of IC IE. IE is the output current upon IB, which is the input current. At the same time, you know that there is a current gain alpha, which is for the common base configuration. This is the ratio of IC over IE. And the current gain for common emitter configuration, which is denoted by beta, and this is the ratio of IC over IB. You can derive the relationship in between alpha, beta and gamma as well. You must remember it by using the equation of current, which is IE. It is the sum of IC plus IB. Just by rearranging the terms you can derive the relationship between alpha, beta and gamma. So gamma is nothing but this is the ratio of 1 upon 1 minus alpha in between gamma and alpha. You know that beta is what? Alpha upon 1 minus alpha. At the same time gamma is equal to beta plus 1. So just to give you a review how these current gains are related actually. You must remember all these terms. Now let us draw the input characteristic. How to plot this particular characteristic curve when you are plotting in between the input current and voltage. What is early effect or base width modulation? Let us draw a NPN transistor. Here you can see this is N. Base is made from p-type semiconductor and collector is also made from n-type semiconductor. So in this particular case you can observe that WB is the metallurgical base width, which is fixed when you are designing a NPN transistor, means base region would be of this particular width. Here you can observe W is the width of the depletion region which is extended into the base. You know that emitter base junction, it should be forward biased, while collector base junction should be reverse bias. It means the depletion region in the collector base junction, at the collector base junction, will be higher. At the same time, you can observe that this depletion region is extended more into the base region. Why? Because base is lightly thin, lightly doped. That is why the depletion region will be extended more into the base region. And if W is that particular width which is extended into the base region, then you can observe there is a remaining area which is denoted as W effective. So W effective is that particular portion where recombination takes place. Now you can write down this WB. This is equal to what? W effective plus W. From here you can write down W effective is nothing but WB minus W, where WB is fixed. So what is going to happen when you are increasing the reverse bias potential across the collector base junction? At the same time, let me write down the equation. You know that VEC is equal to VBC plus VBE. So when you are increasing VEC, VBC will also increase. VBC will increase, it means this depletion potential which you are applying across collector base junction is increased. It means depletion region will increase. When depletion region will increase, it means now this portion W which is extended into the base region, it will increase. W increase means from equation 1 you can observe W effective will decrease. W effective decrease means the area or the region where recombination takes place, that will decrease. It means finally base current will decrease. That is why, because whatever the electrons which are emitted from the emitter, there is a very less possibility that they are going to recombine into the base region and they will be transferred and they will be collected by the collector terminal. It means base current will decrease. At the same time, from this equation number 2, you can observe as VEC is increased, VBC will also increase. It means here IB will decrease. Or alternatively, you can say when you are increasing VEC, then VBC will, vice versa case. When you are decreasing VEC, VBC will also decrease, and at the same time IB will increase, because here the reverse bias potential which you are applying across the base collector terminal, that is being like decreased. So depletion layer width will reduce and W effective will increase. Now let us draw the input characteristic curve. This curve is being plotted in between IB and VBC. IB is in the microampere and VBC is in the volt, and the value of IB is very small. So now you have to plot this particular characteristic curve for the different values of VEC. First let us plot for suppose VEC which is equal to 10 volt. So you can observe VEC what? It is the sum of VBC plus VBE. So if VEC is 10 volt, it means VBC you are calculating, that will be what? VBC from this particular equation number 2. You can observe the type of curve. It will be like in this manner. When VEC is 10 volt, you can observe it. What is the value of VBC? This will be VEC minus VBE accordingly. Now, if you increase the potential, this VEC value, and from this particular, as I have explained you, when you are increasing VEC, VBC will increase and IB will decrease. So upon increasing the value of VEC, IB will decrease. But when you are decreasing the value of VEC, IB is increase. So let us take the another case when VEC is equal to 5 volt, IB will increase. It means now the curve will be shifted towards left. Again, this is the curve number 2. If you increase the value of VEC like 20 volt, then the curve will be shifted towards right, means it will be on the right hand side from the curve number 1. So this is how you can plot it. Now let us plot the output characteristic curve. Output characteristic curve is a curve which is being plotted in between the output current, that is the IE, and output voltage, which is VEC, by keeping input current, which is IB, as a constant. So this curve is being plotted in between. Here the term for the output current is IE, output voltage, which is the collector, ammeter collector voltage, this is nothing but VEC, ammeter collector voltage is in volt, IE is in milliampere, and this curve is being plotted for the different values of IB. As you can observe that you have drawn the output characteristic curve for the common ammeter configuration, and you know that the value of IE is almost constant, is almost similar to IC. This is why, because you know that IC is equal to beta times IB plus ICEO, or you can write it as beta times IB plus beta plus 1 ICBO. So here you can observe when IB is 0, this particular equation will reduce to what? IC is equal to beta plus 1 ICBO, and ICBO is nothing but the leakage current, and this current is very small. At the same time, as you know that this IE is almost equal to IC, so when you are going to plot the curve for common collector configuration, if you remember, in case of common ammeter, on the y-axis you have taken the term for IC, here you are going to take the term for IE. It means in this case the curve is same as in the case of the common ammeter configuration, and IC is equal to IE. So from this particular equation you can rewrite this is as IE, which is approximately equal to beta plus 1 times ICBO. So you can observe when IB is 0, IE is not 0, there is some current which is flowing which is nearly equal to 0. But as well as you are increasing the value of IB, you can see there is an increase in value of IE. Here this curve is not exactly flat, there is a slope, and you can relate it with the help of the like base width modulation or the early effect, means when you are increasing IE, accordingly the W effective region will decrease, and how this is going to impact. So you can observe over here there are 3 reasons. Reason 1 is known as the active reason. Why it is known as the active reason? Because here amplification takes place. You can observe when the value of IB is 0.4, output value of current you are getting 20. It means there is an amplification. Second portion, this is known as a saturation region. In the case of the saturation region, both the diodes are in forward biased. So this is the saturation region, and some of the portion of saturation region is on the like right hand side of this particular curve as well. Here you can observe when the value of this VEC is negative, means when you are plotting along minus x-axis. So here what is going to happen in this particular case, when this particular value is negative, it means you know that this particular equation VCB is what? Minus VCE minus VBE. It will be when this particular value is negative on the x-axis. So it means now it will forward bias the collector base junction when you are observing for negative values of VEC. It means the direction of current of IC will reverse. Now both the diodes are in forward bias, and this will be the saturation region. There are some of the points, some of the located points you can observe in here. when the value of VEC is positive, but since this value is very small, so this potential is not enough to make the diode reverse bias. That is why the diode will always be, in this particular reason, it will be in forward bias. So you can say this reason number 2, which is mentioned on the left hand side and some of the portion on the right hand side, this is the saturation reason. And there is one more reason denoted by third one. This is cutoff reason. Cutoff reason is where both the diodes are in reverse bias. You can observe this particular. Topic for the next video lecture is Ebers-Moll model. Thank you so much for watching this video.